Hello, my name is Ruiz, and I'm a coach and life mastery consultant from the Brave Thinking Institute. Welcome to the Power of Vision, 3 Keys to Mastering Your Results. So I'm happy and grateful to spend some time with you for this powerful workshop. Let me begin with a short story. A mother mouse was leading her 3 children through a house, and all of a sudden, as they are turning by a corner, the mice see a cat. The cat looks at the mouse with hungry eyes and slowly starts walking towards them, revealing his sharp teeth. The mother mouse, in an effort to protect her children, backs up, stands up, and comes up as tall as she can. And then she says in a loud voice, "Ruff, ruff, ruff." The cat gets scared and runs off. The mother turns to her children and says, "See now, children, never underestimate the power of learning more than one language." I share this story to make a point, and that is, we can all learn more than one language. And today, we are going to be exploring the language of success. This is a language for creating the results you want. And once you consciously understand this language, you can apply it to any area of your life you want to improve. Now, this system was created over 40 years ago and has been used by thousands of people around the world to create life they love living. It's a proven, reliable, and reputable system for helping you create what you want most. It is my intention today to share with you some powerful tools to improve your results. By the time you leave here, you will be empowered with 3 tools to help you achieve your goals, greater clarity on your goals and dreams, and the feeling of more confidence in your ability to achieve those goals. So, what I have learned from doing this job a couple of years is, just like a blade of grass breaks through cement, seeking the light, our goals and dreams do something similar. They are often born out of challenges we face or the pain we experience. So you see, we live in a universe that speaks to us through 2 growth signals: our longings and discontents. We experience the feeling of longing when we are desiring something we haven't yet created. And we feel the feeling of discontent when current circumstances are something we don't prefer. Both of these, longings and discontents, are catalysts for growth within us. So whether it is the pain of a problem or a burning desire of something new, these 2 energies are essential for creating new results in our lives. So let me tell you a story about myself when I had some longings and discontents that inspired me to make a change. I work in corporate America. I am human resources, and for over 25 years. But what I discovered is that whenever there was a change of directions or a merger or acquisition or something that the organization needed to change, the first people to be downsized were people in human resources. So I always said, wow, I should have chosen another area in business. However, the last time this happened, I said, that's it. I made a decision. I am going to work on my own and do the the area of HR that I absolutely love, which is mentoring people, coaching. So as soon as I made that decision, I was starting to get things about coaching and certifications until I ran into this Brave Thinking Institute. I loved the curriculum and I became certified. And it is such a pleasure to do something that feels more natural with my purpose. Today, I'll be sharing with you some principles that will help you transform your longings and discontents into new results. The principles I'll be teaching come from a program, and in this program there is 10 principles that will skyrocket your success if you apply it to your life. So here's my promise to you. I promise that I'm going to give you everything I can in the time we have together. And at the end of the presentation, if some of you want to take this information further and integrate it into your lives, I have a special gift. So let's get started. There are 4 domains in which we create results in our lives, and they are health and well-being, love and relationship, vocation, or any way that you express your talents, your gifts and talents, and time and money freedom. You have been having results in each of these areas right now. Some results you may love, others not so much. Here's the good news. No matter what the results, no matter how big of a challenge it may feel like to you, no matter how long you've had these results in the past, you absolutely have the power to create the exact results you would love right now. So let's expand our awareness together by studying the pattern that creates our results. It's what I call the result formula. The result formula begins like this. Thoughts cause feelings. Your thoughts cause your feelings, and you know this because what happens when you lose your purse or your wallet? Your palms get sweaty, your heart beats faster, but then what happens when you find it? You are fine, your heart rate goes back to normal, and you're happy again. Thoughts affect your physiology. And by universal law, your feelings are expressed with your actions. So if we feel down, frustrated, or sad, we create results that reflect our emotions. But if we're happy, confident, we create results that also reflect our emotion at the moment. And we know that our actions contribute to our results. It is simply the law of cause and effect. Follow me here. Your thoughts cause your feelings. Your feelings cause your actions. And your actions cause your results. So if you want to know what you've been thinking, look at your results, because results never lie. So here's another one. If we want to create new results in our life, then we have to pay attention to our thoughts. And that is something that we call notice what you are noticing. You can notice how the pen feels in your hands, and if it's cold or hot. In the same way, you can also notice what you are thinking and how that thinking affects how you're feeling. So let's apply these concepts of the results formula and notice what you're noticing to your life. Get your pens and pencils, any journal or a piece of paper, and we are going to go into doing a life assessment. Normally, I get to do a much more in-depth version of this with my clients. But in the short time we have today, we're going to do a quick life assessment. I invite you to notice your current results in each area of your life and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 how fulfilled you feel about these results. 1 means not fulfilled at all, and 5 means completely fulfilled. So let's start. How do you feel in your health and well-being? On a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled do you feel about your results? I'm going to pause for a moment to let you think about your health and well-being results. Okay, well, now let's take love and relationships. Now let's consider the results in your love and relationships domain. On a scale of 1 through 5, how fulfilled do you feel about these results? 1 being the least fulfilled, 5 being the most. Now, let's consider the results in your vocation domain, which is your creative expression, your career, or how you share your gifts and talents with the world. On a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled do you feel about these results? And last, let's think about your time and money freedom. Let's consider your results in this area. You may have a lot of money, but you don't have time to enjoy it. You may work really hard. You don't have time to take a vacation, for example. Let's consider on a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled you feel about these results. Now let's take a moment and reflect on your life assessment here. As we consider each domain of your life and you looked at your current results that you gave yourself on a rating on a scale from 1 to 5, think about it. Think about the lowest area that you have identified. If you think about this area, what is it costing you for these results to remain the same? Pay attention to your thoughts around those results. This is not a place for judgment or blame. Your responses are not good or bad or right or wrong. They are simply what they are. You are simply paying attention to and noticing what you would love more or less in your life. Whatever the results have been up until now, you have the power within you from this moment forward to create the result you love. And it all starts right here with your thoughts. Everyone has dreams inside of them. So this brings us now to the first key to mastering your results. And it is also the number 1 secret of the Dream Builder program. It is designing your dream. When you want different results in your life, you plan for them. Just like you have a clear blueprint when you want to build a house, the same is true with your dreams. Without a clearly defined blueprint, you cannot build your dream. Write this down, clarity is power. When you become clear on what it is you really want in life, you begin to see opportunities and resources that you may not otherwise have entirely missed. Things seem to appear out of the blue. So let's design the blueprint for your dream and let's make it crystal clear. For that, just let me ask you, what would you love? Ask yourself, what would I love? Imagine you stepped into a time machine. What would you love your life to be in 3 years from now? Again, 3 years from now. Think about it. Okay. So imagine that 3 years from now, everything you wanted completely worked out. You have vibrant health, wonderful relationships with your family and friends. You love your work, and you have all the time and money and other resources required to live a life that you love. What does a life you love look like for you? All right, think about that. And I am going to give you about a minute to journal what you just experienced. On a fresh sheet of paper, please think about the ideas that came to you when you asked the question, what would you love or what would I love? Start your notes with the statement, I am so happy and grateful now that. Continue to write what it is that you thought about it in that time machine that you were sitting on for a while. Take a deep breath, pause, and write it all out. Great, congratulations. This is the first key to mastering your results. Knowing what it is that you would love and describing it, it is the first step in bringing those results to life. And this brings me to the second key for mastering your results, and that is deciding for your dreams. Just like we experience results throughout our day, we also make decisions each moment in our day. In fact, it's been proven that highly successful people are willing to decide for what they would love, even in the absence of knowing how to bring it about. Some people want to know every step of the way before deciding. But the key is that you make a firm decision for what you want before you bring your dreams into reality. That means you get to decide for new results. So with your life assessment now, you recognize your current results, where you are right now, right? Okay, then after journaling what you would love in your life, you now recognize your dreams, where you want to go, right? Okay, great. What happens in the middle between where you are right now and where you want to be at the end when everything has worked out? Exactly. We want to suspend the how. That is, we are going to refuse to let the unknown stop us from making a decision to move forward with our dreams. Are you willing to decide to do whatever it takes to experience those results you would love? Okay, great, congratulations. That is the second key to mastering your results. That brings us to our third key to mastering your results in your life, and that is befriending your fears. What does that even mean? Making friends with fears? Yes, That's exactly what it means. You can have fears, but you don't have to have the fears have you. When we decide for a dream like you all have done here today, there's a part of you that says, heck yet, I'm doing this. And then there's another part of us that says, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. What if I fail? That is the voice of fear. It's that part of you that wants things to stay in the status quo, staying the same. So here's a story. Think about when you learn, and we all started out as non-walkers. As non-walkers, you saw people around you walking, and you wanted that level of freedom yourself. So you rose up, locked your eyes on that little toy or cookie that you wanted, and you gave it your best shot, trying to take some steps. And what happened? You fell down. But when you did, what did you do next? You rose up again and tried to take another step, and you fell down again. When we are learning to walk, did you ever think to yourself, well, that's it. I guess I'm just not meant to be a walker? No, of course not. You rose up again and kept going. And with each try, you took a few more steps and a few more steps until you finally became a walker. Something happens when we become adults. We stop giving ourselves permission to fall down. We learn to walk by falling down. The truth is, it is falling down and getting back up again that is actually the key to achieving your dreams. We befriend our fears and give ourselves permission to fail enough to succeed. Oprah Winfrey was fired by television executives, told that she was not a good fit for TV. Now she has her own multi-billion-dollar network. Now look at Steven Spielberg. He was rejected from USC school 3 times, but he rose up and kept on going. We can all probably name his blockbusters movies, and his net worth is an estimated to be more than $3 billion. The founder of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, he was told there was no market for his kind of coffee. His loan application was rejected 242 times. Now, there are nearly 30,000 Starbucks around the world, and the company has a network of more than $22 billion. So great success stories have also experienced great failure. In fact, fear and failure are prerequisites for achieving great dreams. So how do we give power to that part of us that wants to move forward when we are hearing that voice that wants us to play small? There is a whole process to this that I take my clients in the Dream Building program, but for our purposes today, I'm going to give you one thing that you can do. You can refocus on your dream. Think about that moment when everything worked out, and then take an action. Just thinking about your dream and even writing it down is not gonna make it happen like just poof, like magic. No, you have to do your part, even if that means doing it afraid. Are you willing to befriend your fears and take actions anyway to live a life you love? Yes, wonderful. So, okay, as I promised you at the beginning of our time together, I have a gift for you that will wrap up this training. But first, let me just give you a little summary. You learn the 3 keys to mastering your results, which are the 3 of the 10 principles of the Dream Builder program that I'm certified to teach. The first key is designing your dreams. Check. The second key is deciding for your dream. Check. And the third key is befriending your fears. Check. Above all, remember this: you are worthy of your dream and the life you love living. Now, let me ask you this. Let me know if you feel that you've connected with some of the ideas that I talked to you and really want to implement them to make a difference in your life. I hope everybody says yes. Awesome. So now, as I promised at the beginning of the presentation, I have a special gift for those of you who are ready to take action on your dream. I'm offering a strategy session complimentary, completely complimentary, at no charge. It's my gift to you. So if you are ready to take on a strategy session, send me an email and we can book a strategy section online for half an hour. I'm going to close this workshop with a very famous quote from Mary's book. He says, "Until one is committed, there is a hesitance, the chance to draw back always, ineffectiveness. You have a splendid dream. You wrote it down, you can feel it, you made a decision for it. And to achieve your dream, you get to decide for it again and again, no matter the circumstances, no matter the fear, no matter the failure." So for those of you who are willing to commit to your dream, and those of you who would like support in achieving your dream, if you would love a coach to help, send me an email and set up a time to meet in a strategy session. Remember, as you walk through those doors out into your life, know that what is inside is far greater than any challenge you're facing. You have an incredible power within you. This is your moment today to take bold action. Because as God says, whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. It has been a pleasure and an honor to have you spend time with me today. Thank you.